It's a beautiful Christmas day in Mexico City. Gonna try to enjoy a beautiful walk through the park. By the way, that stands for Benito Juarez. I'm trying to remember what the name of this park is. I just turned on the camera and said, I need to do more walking and talking. Parque Hundido, I think it's called. Let's look at the metro. So the subway stop Parque Hundido. One of the prettiest parks in Mexico City. We'll probably do a walk throughout the whole thing. It's off of the street Insurgentes. Great statue of Vicente Guerrero, president, I believe, was it the 1820s, 1810s? The development of this park, the architecture of it is really, in my opinion, my favorite. Chapultepec is spectacular because it's so big, but the way this park is designed, with a historical touch and the beauty of these walkways, for me makes this probably the best park in the city. How the noise level drops from Insurgentes when you walk into this area. It's like a moment of peace. Sometimes, if I'm going somewhere, I'll walk from Insurgentes, where we just came from with the metro bus, and then I'll walk this for a little bit, for there to be a little bit of peace. Buenas tardes. Here you have the beautiful area where you can lay down or meditate, have a picnic. There's a nice little message from them. Let's see. So I love myself, my family, my community, my city, Mexico, and my community of Benito Juarez. I think that's what alcaldía means. The park has these replications of historic Mexican, I guess you could say monuments. They're former gods or sculptures that the Mexica and other nations of modern day Mexico. And so we will see those throughout the park. Although I think I know a good amount of history at times, I'm obviously no expert and just enjoy going for a walk. But if you know what some of these are and have a history to them, I'd love to learn more. Some of them I recognize, but I don't know the name. And some of them I know the history of. And it's a nice little addition to a park to have a nation's entire history added to it. This one I recognize from the Museum of Anthropology here in Mexico City. But I can't tell you if it's the god of death or another one. I know some people will laugh when I don't know things, but what I really want to do is share with people the beauty of Mexico City and have a relaxing walk and just talk to each other kind of like friends. Sometimes when I get to a nice spot, I just like to record and go for a walk. Buenas tardes. I do hope that some people use it to practice their English. I've done conversation walks and Zoom times with people, and I feel that seeing the city in English could really help you. So what I hope to do is to provide videos that are relaxing and create videos outside of the United States about English. So that people can enjoy their, first off, see how wonderful Mexico is. And then two, for some people to study their English by just listening and looking at maybe at parks that they recognize. The famous Olmec. In America, that Olmec figure is considered to be proof that Mexico was founded by possibly African tribes. I believe there's a famous book called Before Columbus, where they talk about the belief that that was a seafaring African tribe. Other people think that that's far-fetched, that it was most likely Polynesian. But the truth is that we just don't know. The Olmecs are kind of a mysterious society, but they were, I believe, essentially the beginning of Mexico. This is the grandmother of Tabasco. Great stuff, man. I get pretty subconscious when I pass by couples in the park, and I don't know. I turn my camera away because that's their private time. And it is in public though, but I still get a little self-conscious. I don't want to offend them or make them uncomfortable. I don't know what that is, but it seems Olmec also, correct? Buenas tardes, ¿cómo estás? I think that sometimes, by the way, one thing that I really enjoy about Mexico, there is an element of being willing to say hi to each other. Buenas tardes. Or at least respond to a buenas tardes or a good afternoon. Here we have the play yards, which are full on this beautiful Christmas day. What a great job to have, being a moose at a park. Buenas tardes.
Señor, ¿nos regalaría una foto con el reno, por favor?
Perdóname.
¿Nos regalaría una foto con el reno?
No, perdón, gracias. Oh, these are great figurines here. There's so many paths to walk here. I think we'll stick to the outside path. I think just for fun, let's try to walk through this middle area here. I like how Mexico gives you the option. I don't remember too many parks where there was almost nothing that was completely open, completely off limits. So here, just walk through here. Sometimes I feel that I do talk a little too much when I record. The park is so peaceful without me talking. My favorite walk of the year is on Christmas Day. The city is about as quiet as it will ever be, besides that dog. Nice little train for everybody. Well, very expensive train, 15 pesos. But I think it'd probably be really fun to take a train around a park. Sometimes Mexico City reminds me of Disneyland. With the metro and trains and Ubers and taxis and I feel like if you're ever feeling sad, just jump on one of the buses or subways and you feel like you're on the monorail at Disneyland. Beautiful little area. Buenas tardes. Hola. Coming up here, we'll look at this. Let's see if we can see this. Mexico City has a great airport, international, and it's right on this route here that the planes will fly over. But what I was saying was that these walls here, I can't tell you for sure, but in this area you'll find walls that were built a long time ago with volcanic rocks. Now you'll see them over towards Coyoacan, and this is a little bit close to Coyoacan, and so that's a pretty thing to know. Other side is some very nice apartments. There's a lot of dogs in this area today. Just a happy dog. Just a happy, happy, happy dog. So you'll see over here, there's a wall. And I believe most of the time when you see this, if not every time, it represents an older construction where they built the park out of maybe a fortified area. And it still serves as a kind of a beautiful reminder of past architecture in Mexico City. It must be wonderful to live in these houses. You'll see some barbed wire there to protect themselves. Getting a good run in. Right here you'll see that where she's running, they've put the softer turf so that you can get a good run around the park. Not as much damage on your knees. Here we'll see the chests. Here we have another little enclave. Beautiful. A lot of dogs in Mexico City are trained really well to be able to walk without a leash. Mexico seems to tend to favor a natural way of living. Less control. Not complete, but less control. throughout the park, there's these little signs. This one says empathy. I find that a little interesting. And I saw another one that said humility. Mexico City also makes these great and numerous dog parks. Once again, most will be completely off the leash. They're able to run around. Buenas tardes, ¿cómo estás?
Otra vez la aventaron. ¿Te aventaron, María?
Buenas tardes, señor. There's like 10 dogs outside of the dog park, and there was like one dog in the dog park. Maybe I'm in the dog park. Let's walk across here. I truly believe that a sun Christmas, like here in Mexico City, beats a white Christmas every time. Great to see this guy with his toys. You don't see a lot of, I want to show you this. Here, let's walk this way. This hill is behind a giant clock. In a modern society of cell phones. Having a giant clock is interesting. But this area behind it is really pretty. That's the giant clock right there. When we came in, we walked kind of in front of it. There's another one of those signs, right? Happiness, humility, harmony, success. I think that says volunteering. Reading a nice book in the park. We'll come down this way, I think. Dog's gonna think I'm following him. And here's that great giant clock. Love those dogs. ¿Buenas tardes? It's a pretty good world to get your ice cream cones. Buenas tardes, señor. Get some elotes. It's a good life, man. Buenas tardes, señor. ¿Cómo estás? Qué bueno. Bonito día. And we get this great stairway. We'll get back to Insurgentes. And then we'll call it a day. I know that most people will never watch all the way to the end, but if you did make it here, thanks. Thanks for spending that time with me. I like people to see this beautiful city. I'm a foreigner here, but I love it and I respect it. The beauty of it is special. The community feeling is special. If you are an American and you come to Mexico City, remember that right across the street from Parque Hundido is Marie Callender's. They have great Mexican food, but they'll also get you some of the American food that you might miss sometimes. here we are, as quiet as Insurgentes can get, pretty much. I hope you all have a really beautiful day, and I'll see you really soon. Take care.